Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Cato, where it appears we are getting close to the Underworld 2. These worlds, they may be a little longer than they need to be. Alright, so what are we looking at over here? We got a couple of superchargers, we got some toast switches that move a platform. How do these work? Okay, sorry, that one's not wired to the platform, that's wired to that switcher up there. This one moves the platform over. Okay. So all we can really do with the cat is this. So I mean, it sure would seem like we want to get this out of the way, fire the cat up here, load it into the thing. Now that the cat is loaded into that, we need to switch this over. And that's just going to shoot it into the other supercharger, right? So what is the plan from there? Hey, here's a question. Well, I guess I don't really have a way of testing that. I was going to say, we don't actually know, if I'm not mistaken, how these like red zones affect the toast. So I was just going to climb up the wall real quick and test it. But right, that thing across from the wall is a glass block. We can't climb on that, so... that being the case, what is the next thing to do here? I can get off of the switch and fire, like try to quickly fire us to the right before the toast lands on the other switch to allow us to suspend the cat in the red stuff there, which would let me, I think, just move down to the toast, right? Like, if we do this properly... Yeah, if I just hold the side here... Oh, I was expecting the cat to fall right into the straight here, but that's right. If you don't get fired at supercharged speeds, you just land on it like a platform. Well, in that case, this is definitely wrong. But what else would we do? Because like I can fire the cat back up there. Shooting to the left doesn't really seem very useful. Like, the one thing that firing the cat over to the left allows us to do is attempt to like catch the toast. Right? Like just flip the toast through the air and fire the cat as it passes over the supercharger. And like I said, we don't actually know what effect the red area has on the toast, but if this is... In theory, this should work. Unless there's some weird interaction. This should work, provided that I time it correctly. There's just a little bit of delay. Oh, okay. That does not actually give us the opportunity to move at all. Never mind. Okay, so if that's not the answer, what is the value of being in the supercharger over here? There's never a way to block this, right? It's always going to be the case that attempting to fire upward is either going to end with us in the switcher, or it's going to end with us back in the supercharger. We can't move any platforms or anything into positions where they could stop this. So, yeah, it really does feel like there's not much to do here except stop the cat in the red goop at the top right. But that doesn't seem to be terribly useful. Why even is there red goop in the top left? You know, like what purpose does it serve? Since it doesn't seem like there's any way to trap the cat in there. I guess, okay, you know what? Here's a question. Actually, can I climb back into... Ah, yes, I can climb back up into here while not supercharged, thanks to the stop, which means that this becomes relevant. That's what this is for. And then we can just drop ourselves down onto the toast and fly home. A lot of these supercharge puzzles seem to be largely about how do we unsupercharge the cat. So if we get off the button, I can just pop myself up here, and then I don't know what these toasters are for. Oh, right, but the cat can't enter this if we're not supercharged. Well, okay, so if I jump down in here, does this function? Yeah, it functions more or less like a normal wall. Ah, I thought that was gonna work. Okay, so okay, the toast can just be communicated directly through. So if we fire it back, let the lights light up so that the block moves, but then fire it back across so that it ends up on the right side before the block moves to get between the toasters, I think we can just have everybody unite on the right side over there. Yeah. Okay, so now the toast is just... I don't think this helped anybody. I did kind of forget that we would need the toast button to be weighed down in order for the cat to be let out of the block. All right, let me restart that because I'm pretty sure I created a stuck state there. All right, so it's pretty important to how do we do this? It's pretty important to load the cat. So like use this to put the cat in here. There's no way to get the toast out of the toasters and onto the button on the lower left if this block is lifted up. So this block's gonna have to be down, and the toast is gonna have to be on the left side in order for us to hit the switch that lets the cat out. And there's no other way for the cat to get back across to the other side. So, do we need to move the cat? Hold on a second here. If I just load myself into this toast, I'm actually kind of curious what happens. Oh, didn't quite hold it for long enough. There we go. Kind of curious if we do this, like the cat and the toast. Well, okay, they occupy the same spot for a moment, but they do not actually interact on account of the pipe. All right. Well, we could try to fire the toast out such that the block moving vertically actually just pushes it out of the way of the other toaster. That doesn't seem likely to happen though. And I think once we get the toast into the red stuff, it's trapped there, right? Like there's not actually a way to remove it at that point. So we need to avoid that. Let me see something here. Okay. So now I can swap this. Am I allowed to just walk out into the... I am. Okay. So now the cat could pick up the toast, where the toast to be fired into the space, which I think I don't think we even need to set up the complicated switch back and forth. All right, that's actually very annoying. Would you please get out of the way? All right, I think this should just unite them. Yeah. All right, that one's a little weird, and you do end up having to enter the pink stuff, the red goo, without being supersonic. All right, let's drop our toast out over here. So we can move the toast off of the button, give ourselves the ability to supercharge fire the cat upward, which doesn't seem all that useful. Well, actually, I guess if we time it carefully, it totally could be. Because, like, what if I fired the cat? That's no good. Well, actually, you know what? That worked kind of the way I thought it was, kind of the way I was planning. I was planning to have the cat come out of the pipe super fast and then get blocked by this thing. So, like, have the platforms go down in the time where the cat is traveling between this line and that line. But in the end, that would have just created this situation again. The problem here is we need to get everybody to the right of this blocker. Wow, that looks weird. Okay, so now we're in here. I could... What could I do? I don't know. I don't think being in the red stuff is necessarily super helpful for the cat. It's easy enough to set up, but what is the utility? It's easy enough to get the cat over to the right of the switching platforms, but how are we going to get the toast over there as well? Yeah, okay. So if I jump you up to put these platforms back up, use this as a way to get the cat over here. I can just run to the right. We get the platforms up while the cat is in the pipe so that the cat just falls harmlessly down into the right side. The problem is I keep getting a little bit ahead of myself. I keep expecting the cat to enter the pipe when I press toward the pipe, but there is a little bit of a delay. You have to hold it down, and I'm trying to react really quickly. There we go. Okay. So now the cat's over here. And it's no problem at all to just jump the toast over there as well. I kind of thought, as I was looking at that initially, I kind of thought that the toast jumps wouldn't be wide enough to be able to climb that that area that way. So that definitely gave me some extra hesitation. All right. We need our toast to end up above this top platform. If we jump at maximum width, yeah, we have nowhere near the ability that we need to cause a climb. So... how do we deal with that fact? We can't... I can load the cat into this supercharger and fire it over to the right. I can't use this to move the bread because they won't connect. And then, in theory, what we want to be doing eventually is some version of fire the cat upward through here to allow it to carry the toast up as well, up to above the top platform. But for the moment, it doesn't seem super doable. Can I grab the bread from in here? No, it really will not latch until I'm fully outside of the area. That's a crying shame. But this is clearly part of it, right? This is... They have set these pipes up so that you can do this for a reason. If I put the toast... Well, hold on. I can use the... Because the toast isn't really doing anything currently, right? This is not glassed. That surface is jumpable. So we can actually just have the cat carry the toast over. And then... This should work, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Basically, the entire puzzle there is just, do you recognize that there is a small piece of terrain on top of the glass? Okay, we have another couple of pipes. I will say, I am, like, very ready to be done with these mechanics. I think we've kind of wrung all of the interesting and fun ideas out of them, it feels like. So we need cat weight on the bottom left to tilt the supercharger that is over there to the right. This one tilts the supercharger that's way up there, which is not useful to us at all. Well, I guess, okay, there is a way in which that is useful to us. How are we going to let the toast get over to where it needs to be? Because I probably have to disengage the toast from the cat right here if we want to be able to drop the cat into the supercharger that's next to us. Okay, the long jump carries it just far enough is the answer. Alright, so we dip into here. Swap this. There's no way that going for a swim in the red is useful, right? No, I can't imagine. So you fire down to the bottom. We can swap that so that it's facing some useful directions, and then... Or more useful, anyway. And then I need to get... we need to get the toast onto... part of the grass here that we can actually use, or part of the goo here that we can actually use. So yeah, let's leave the toast here. The cat can just get into this red stuff so that it can line up this shot. Oops, and then I had it and I pressed the wrong button. There we go. In a lot of ways, this is actually the same puzzle as the previous puzzle. It's a little not ideal, perhaps. That museum piece. Where will it take us this time? Well, hopefully on another fun trail ride, another fun track ride. Because I did think that was pretty rad. Or maybe they will have some other kind of new and surprising thing, like a boss fight, perhaps. Oh, looks like we're out of luck this time. Okay, that was a title of some description. I'm assuming that I will be killed if I, yeah. This stuff is, yeah, instantly lethal. Okay, so he also will squish us. There probably should be like a squishing animation. Oh, interesting. This stuff just... The cat died to contact with that well before I was expecting it to. Oh, right, because the cat dies if the toast would die. Like, they die together. Alright, well, I don't know if there's anything fancier to do here than step on the button. I was kind of, like, starting by playing with the surfaces down there, but is it really just... Is the whole thing really just step on the button? Okay. This feels a little bit... This is not a comparison that I think you ever want to invite with your game. This is kind of giving me a little bit of the vibe of the first boss fight in the new Bubsy game. I don't think I touched that. You know, except, like, sort of sideways. Alright, so there is a toaster. Okay. Ah, but once you put the toast in, the enemy, or the boss freezes. Okay. So we gotta do that in a more strikeable position. Let's let him come down a little bit. Oh, he doesn't leave the toaster out, though. Okay. Do I die immediately in the beam? I was kind of assuming I would die immediately in the beam because it looks like, you know, a beam attack, but maybe not. It just indicates the hit zone. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Kind of. Yeah, I don't know. That's not much of a... It's fine, I guess. What did we get? Apparently we feel that it's a lucky break to have acquired it, whatever it was. Are we going to install it back home? Haha, we've got the components. We might be able to fix your milk machine now. Oh, okay, that's cool. Next, we need the remaining 2 components. Wait, you just said we have the components. That's not... Okay. That's not the way that you would express that ordinarily. Did we pick up any new skins? Because, like, the toast... We need a new toast skin very badly. Oh, that's right. We picked up this. You know what? The cat I'm fine with. It's the toast that needs changed. Alright, let's see if there's as many levels in World 3 as there were in World 2. I have a bad feeling about this. Well, at least it doesn't appear to be the salt factory. Wow. What, wow? Oh, something has taken our toast. It swallowed me. Oh, how do I, okay. Unfortunately, as a cat, I have very few verbs. I can't really do anything other than run back and forth underneath you. Are you trying to Megazord my toast? Or, nope, okay. They took my body away. Now you're just butter. Okay, and I am not allowed to jump with just butter. Alright, remember the machine up ahead? We'll have to use it to find a new body for now. I guess so. Oh, never mind. A little bit of Kaizo nonsense there. You'll have to make do with these cloned bodies for now. I can't make use of these things until you find that machine. So you're on your own for now. Okay, we cannot jump. But I can, I assume, dump this in a toaster. Okay. I see. So, we can stack up multiples. Pop one off to weight this. But they can't be moved. So, I guess... This is gonna shoot over to there and then just come down. Okay, I think I see the point. So we wait this switch, then grab this thing, get over here. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I forgot that. Pulling weight off the switch was going to cause that layer to reassert itself. Or that getting connected is going to do that. Well, this doesn't do anything but loop. I mean, I'm assuming we want to try to get some toast over to this area, right? But I don't 100% know how to do that. Alright, if I just leave some toast here. Yeah, the problem is that toast needs to be higher up. How will I make that happen? It's actually pretty not clear to me. Because we need it to be up and to the left. Like it has to be above the platform on the left side of that space. So the idea is that you will okay, and I think I have something. Sorry, let me put down a toast over here, a fake toast. Okay, we are intentionally going to provoke that. And now what I want to do is flip this toast off my back so that that layer disappears. The other toast slides down the wall, and I need to get... Aha! I need to just make sure I get scooped up by the platform, although that doesn't, like... It looks like a bug, right? They've not done a great job of, like, making that feel intended, kind of, ever. Alright, so easy enough. What is going on over here to the right? Actually, literally nothing. Okay. I guess it lets us see the upper area, is the utility that has. Okay. The thing flipped up far back maintains 0% of our horizontal momentum, so it is certainly not going to be possible to put it on that button up there. Can't get out of here if this button isn't held down. How are we going to interact with that button across the way? One of these switches, and it might be that button across the way, moves the block that other toast switch is on, but I don't know how I'm supposed to access it. Well, I guess the idea is you would put a toast down right here and have it, like, yeah, scooted across by force. There we go. I mean, it's new, right? It's a new set of mechanics. So this is gonna raise up. We have a cat weight switch that gets us up to here. Which, when this is not in a raised state, would allow us to get onto the top of it. Seems fairly useful. So if I just put these over here. Right, this does go high enough. Yeah. So if we could set up a situation where a piece of toast was moved over the course of several seconds onto that button, we could get ourselves up here first and then be high up enough to just fall over to the right to land on that higher platform. But, like, first of all, I assume these are not going to come with me. Yeah. So I would have to leave. I mean, I'd have to carry a thing over there. I have to leave some toast on that block or on the cat button block, which I guess we can do. Yeah, unfortunately, that's nowhere near fast enough. How would I engineer a situation where it would take even more time? Yeah, it's not doable. So I need to get up here and then have that toast land on the button. I don't see a way to move it over there any more slowly than we're currently doing. Gosh, if this pipe didn't take so damn long. It's interesting that there's a stopper in it at all, right? That chamber being in the pipe would suggest that it's supposed to be for, like, timing. But I do not see a complicated timing. Like, I don't see anything to do here that really requires just some raw timing. Maybe there's some kind of interaction between two of these things that I'm not getting yet. This, it immediately drops both of them on there. Obviously, if we could still move the toast left or right, independent of the cat, this would be a completely trivial puzzle. Okay, I guess it's not necessarily the case. Maybe I'm working this backwards. Maybe the point is there needs to be some way of removing one of the fake toasts from the button after we've gotten into position with the other one. Right, because all we would have to do is somehow get that toast to vacate the space right now, and we would win. I have to say, I do not see anything here. Is there a place where sticking a toast to the roof anywhere else would be meaningful? Well, I guess I can't get up high with the toast anywhere else, right? This is the highest we can get. I don't know. I don't know what I think the utility of sticking toast to the ceiling anywhere else in the room would be, but at this point I am just like trying to figure out literally anything that would help. Is there a way to leave toast in a position where... Oh, I'm being very silly about this. My defense is that I'm sick today. Sorry, put this over here. Yeah, there is. There's a way to leave toast over here, right? So then we can do this. Abandon the toast up here, and then we don't need to be doing the puzzle all at once. We can do it in pieces. Did that take me so long to figure out because I'm sick? Wouldn't it be nice of you to treat it as though that were the case? Wouldn't that be the polite thing to do? Alright, so we can move that toast into a position where the platform will slap shot it into one of the toasters. Okay, all that one does is reverse it. So like... I want to get the platform up and then get it out of the way. Yeah, and then this will allow us to carry the toast out of the area where presumably it is needed on this other screen. I guess I should stand to the right of it. Piggyback toast and fire up that machine. Well, okay. I mean, give me a second to figure out how I'm going to get the toast out of here. This is actually a little awkward because of how long it takes the machine to... we definitely cannot just use the same solution. It takes quite a while for the machine to fire up a second time. And I need, in that time, for the toast not to get fired or for the toast fired to hit a different obstacle or something. Yeah, look at how long it takes to reset that. Okay, so... if the toast is stored all the way over here, where the platform will miss it when it becomes vertical, we can put the toast here now, where it will get scooped up. Well, now isn't that interesting? I don't know what my plan was. It didn't involve that, but also I don't really know what to do with that. Okay, and then we leave this here and it just gets flung out of the area for us. Is that going to get us our proper toast back, or... Okay. Wow, I never thought I'd have to use this machine someday. What an odd way to word anything. I can't stand staying in one body for too long. Presumably, he means one body aside from the clone bodies, and then he says, don't worry, I'll catch up, which is just nonsense. Okay, so... obviously, I would like to go into the infinite secret area. And it's another one of these that I don't understand how to interact with. The animation that it does is always the same, like left, right, open that looks like breathing, so it's not trying to give us like a button code for the treadmill or anything. Yeah, okay, I still don't know what to make of these. But at least we found another one. Now I have to re-engineer the solution, the entire solution, unfortunately. never leave us again. I guess there's some cool stuff going on in the background here. Those bodies never treated with butter are so uncomfortable. Okay. Once you fix the milk machine, make sure to whip up some fine butter for me. You're already covered in butter. So we just immediately swap the real toast for fake toast whenever there is a fake toast on our back. Doesn't really make a huge amount of sense. How do we want to... We have both of the pieces of toast. I guess the idea is, never mind. I thought I had something. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it would seem like we need to get something on that button to open this up. And then off of the button afterward. It would be really nice if I could carry the fake toast up here. Yeah, there's no way to leave the real toast behind while moving another piece of toast to function as a teleporter later, because it just happens as soon as you pick up the other toast. So I guess what I want to do is leave this one up here. There we go. Now I can move you off of there, do the swap. Yeah, it feels like I often figure out the right answer fairly quickly, and then I'm trying to do it in too few steps. My brain wants it all to be more efficient than it can be. Right, and then I would need it to swap. How do I do this in a way that's going to hold that button down? All right, so we want to leave... I want to discard one of these toasts. Okay, so if I pick this up now, the real toast will swap that fake toast into that spot. Then, put the real toast down here, move the real toast onto the other button, and do the swap. There it is. Okay. Again, kind of just the same puzzle twice in a row. I guess they're checking to see if you got it, if you understood why you got it right the first time, maybe? So this allows us to convey a piece of toast across. I think I can probably drop this, yeah. Drop this in such a way that it doesn't require the cat to pick it up. And then if we do this and swap them, won't this just push? Come on. Get all the way over there. You know you want to. Huh. Oh, no. Okay, there it goes. That's a really weird... That feels a little unintended too, doesn't it? Feels like that should have lit the button up as soon as it got onto it, if that was indeed the solution they were going for. Yeah, what a weird area. Okay, there's another... Guys, this is the thing that happens in a lot of these sort of puzzly platformy games. You end up with a spooky shadow version of yourself. The cat's kind of a spooky shadow-bodied cat in the first place, right? So, seems a little strange. It is not entirely clear to me what the utility of those things is in the first place. Like, why would I want them to be extended or not extended? There's a toaster up there that I have no idea what it does. Yeah, that's a real shame that we don't get to carry the toast all the way through. Okay, you can't cling to the walls or anything to jump around while you're up there. So if you had the right platforms up, they would interfere with the movement of the bread as the cat flies through the tunnels. But the trick is... Okay, the trick is you want them to extend at the right moment. So, like... Okay, we want those down now. Shoot, I failed to pick it up. No, that's not gonna work. And ejecting the toast from the toaster is not the thing that causes the state change. So never mind. The whole idea I had about ejecting the toast from the toaster while we were in the air is not going to work. The thing is, right now, it's not possible for us to leave the real toast down here and then go up top without picking it up, because we immediately grab the fake toast. But if I can get the real toast abandoned up here somewhere, stuck on a platform or something, then we could perform a swap like we just did. So like if I go, yeah, like this. Trying to figure out the timing here. So the thing is, I would want this to not be extended. Right. Problematic a little bit that the toast is waiting right there. I need the fake toast to be elsewhere. So, because it getting grabbed can't be the first thing that happens. Okay. So now the fake toast is sitting there. Ah, the toaster just immediately rejects the thing that it has in it when they swap. You don't you don't get to trigger the platform change 3 seconds later. Well, that's a shame, because that was my whole damn plan. Was to have that swap while we were undergoing the passage here. And that way the buttered toast would flip up off of our back as we went through one of the pipes below the platforms. Then the platforms would slide under and catch it, preventing it from... Yeah. Well, in that case, I don't really have any idea what to do with this one. Yes, these toasters only care about the real toast. So as this stands, we'll go through, we'll carry the toast to the left, it'll flip up, we'll catch it, carry the toast to the right, it'll flip up, we'll catch it. If the other set of platforms was out at this moment, that's where it would stop. But now, it'll flip up and get caught on this platform here. And what does that actually do for me? It would let me... So like if we went now, we would carry the toast across to the right here. The toast would flip up in the air, and maybe it will go high enough to... Okay, it goes high enough to catch in that toaster up there. I didn't think it would, so that's definitely part of the problem here. Because, like, knowing that that's going to work makes that pretty obvious as the answer, but, like, it's so... I'm always so unsure of, like, how high is the toast going to bounce off of things. It's not delineated very clearly in the screen, unfortunately. At least I don't think so. So we're going to want this to... Hey there, weird little almost cat creature. So when I pick this up, it's going to automatically unite. I mean, like, when I run up here... Okay, the toast does pop off to the side. I need to... Does the surface... Okay, the surface... I guess that makes sense. Of course it corrects when we have... Or, of course it comes into being as soon as I pick up the fake toast, because touching the fake toast causes me to have the real toast on my back. So, how am I going to get the real toast blasted all the way up there? Damn it, I didn't mean to run so far over that I caught that. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems very difficult to get the real toast flung up there in a position where it's going to stay. Okay, we can do this. But it's not going to remain up there, right? If we could get a way for the cat to get up there before that fell, if I can get the toast up on the cloud for just a second while it is the actual toast, without performing a swap, an accidental swap, then we can have it just jump to the right, and then I can climb up after it, right? That's the tricky part, is getting it to... Yeah, because I need to make contact with the other toast in order to close that the cloud layer, which then immediately swaps the real toast onto my back anyway, preventing it from making any progress. So we can get a fake piece of toast up there. But the moment I got the real piece of toast off my head in order to do anything, it would just fall through. It doesn't really seem very useful. It doesn't seem like it's part of the solution, probably. Yeah, I'm really not sure how to approach this. All right, you know what? I'll leave it here. I'm looking at this and it doesn't look like there's a solution to me, and that's maybe a good sign that the sick and the tired have conspired to make me unable to solve any more puzzles today. So that's going to be it for us for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. We're getting through this slowly but surely. It really is not interested in teaching you how to solve its puzzles at all. And so even though they're not as difficult as the kinds of puzzles that you'd find in most puzzle games, they are still kind of more frustrating than you might expect. But we're going to get them. We're going to get there. Come back next time to see if we can meet whatever this horrible little shadow creature following us is. And we'll see you then.